Hello, Dave.
Hey, good afternoon.
How are you,
you,
David?
Pablo? Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody out there. Today we're just gonna talk, me and David, just men talk. See what I can get from him. See what wisdom I can gain that may help my marriage and hopefully help you guys out there. David, the first thing I do want to ask you is,
Okay.
I've seen this many times and I've read it many times. What exactly does this mean? A cord of 3 strands is not easily broken.
And that you find in the Bible. It's Ecclesiastes 4:12.
Yeah.
And it is a basic verse that we use in breakthrough and breakwater coaching. What it says is that Christ in your marriage is going to strengthen it, and it's going to help you through whatever challenges and issues you got. So a cord of 3 strands, you, your spouse, and God himself.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken.
Okay, very good. So that definitely brings strength and unity into your marriage. And I have a Hershey's Kisses here that Cindy gave me. I'm going to hold that there. I don't want to eat during the video. So David, how long have you been coaching marriages?
Oh, for forever.
Forever. That's a long time, forever.
Ever since we've been married. That's almost 19 years. And it's taken on we started with small groups working with couples,
Okay.
and it's now moved into where we work one-on-one with couples. And so through that period, we have gathered a lot of information working with couples, and particularly with the men that are in those couples that we deal with.
Okay.
I'm finding that one of the big issues in there is conflict.
Conflict.
Guys like to run from conflict. What do you think that is?
In my case, well, I don't like the headache. I don't like to fight. I guess I don't know if you would say an avoider. Or not maybe avoid it totally, but just, in my case, I feel like the conversation just keeps going over and over. Like, my wife usually just tries to drive her point, and maybe I'm not listening, so maybe I just feel like I'm hearing the same thing over and over. So then I shut down and just run away.
So it doesn't get resolved.
Not at all.
And it gets in the unresolved box that's not good.
Yeah.
Because if you get too many in there, unresolved issues, what happens?
Oh, well, you can't close the box. You won't be able to put the tape on the box and put it away.
That's right. And a lot of people think that conflict in a marriage relationship is caused by money, sex, and kids.
Yeah. It's
And,
not.
that really isn't the case.
Okay.
It's how you handle it. And if you get defensive, or if you get contemptuous, or if you get critical, or you start to stonewall, that's when the marriage starts to fall apart and issues don't get resolved. So how would you like it if you could learn a process of how you could deal with, if you feel offended at what your wife might have done to you, and you have a way of being able to approach that so that both of you can be heard and you can be really happy with the outcome and you could not hear about it again. Would you like that?
I would love that very much. Yes. Yes.
There is a process you can do about conflict resolution.
Okay.
But one of the keys I have found in working with men in this, that you got to be a good listener.
Okay.
You've
That's tough.
got to understand what's going on with the other person.
Yes.
And the only way you can do that is if you're doing it when you're not mad. You ever
Okay.
tried to resolve anything with your beautiful spouse when you're mad?
Yes. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Doesn't go too well.
Does not work. So one of the key things that we teach
Yes.
when we're talking about conflict resolution is prepare your heart so you can talk about it, just like you and I are talking about it.
Okay.
And if the smoke is still coming out of your ears and you've got flames coming around, that's not a time to resolve anything.
Okay.
So you prepare yourself, and that might take a little bit of time, but you prepare yourself to be able to talk about it.
Okay.
Because if you're mad, you're not listening.
Yeah. I agree with you there. Yeah. That's definitely a good tip. I think it has helped. Me and my wife have been working on our relationship and on our marriage, and I've been trying to listen, but also I realized that when you're angry, you definitely don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to sit down at the table to talk when you're angry. Just cool down a little bit and, come in also ready to solve something, ready to take care of the issue.
And I can tell you from my experience, if you enter that situation with saying, I'm right, I've just got to convince her that I'm right. That won't work.
I'm sure it won't
It
work.
won't work. So what that process does
Yeah.
is that you get a chance to talk and say, this is what's going on. And she can also say, this is what hurt me. This is what I got offended about. And you give her a voice just as loud as yours, only in a very loving way.
Okay.
And when both of you get it all out, then you'd both decide, how are we gonna resolve this so we can both be happy?
Okay.
So when that occurs, you can say, I was wrong. If you're wrong about something, you would say to her, I was wrong, and fill in the blank.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to break that dish.
Hmm.
And I'm sorry that that was one of your favorite dishes from your grandmother. You know, I'm sorry that that happened.
Yeah.
In the future, I'll make darn sure I won't break that dish. I'll be more careful when I'm washing the dishes.
Okay. Okay.
And then, will you forgive me?
Oh,
That's the fourth part of that.
fourth part. Okay.
And that helps keep that from being brought up again and over and over and over.
Okay.
Because when you truly are forgiven, then that's the end of it. Just don't do it again.
Yeah, of course. Wow, those are really practical tips.
Yeah.
How, so can you spell them out for me? So maybe so the listeners can, in case they want to take notes or, you know.
Be a good listener. When you,
Good listener.
after the offenses occur and you're mad,
Mm-hmm.
prepare your heart when you go into to have a loving discussion with your spouse
Yes.
so that you both can hear each other.
Okay.
Then you decide during that, when you both are able to talk about it, you both decide what's best for you as your team and what you're going to do to resolve it.
Okay.
And once you do that, then whoever was the offender was wrong, goes through the four forgiveness issues. I was wrong, I'm sorry. In the future, this is what I'll do, and will you forgive me?
Okay. Very well. Yeah,
How does that sound?
that sounds great. I think that'll definitely help. It's going to help my marriage, and hopefully it'll help some of your marriages out there, so you can resolve your issues and your conflicts, and you won't have to run away from the argument or the disagreement again. Just go in with a plan, and you guys can solve it together.
Yes, that's the idea. Solve it together
Okay.
for the good of you.
All right, David. Well, I'm happy we had this talk.
I am too.
Hey,
I am
it's been a
too.
pleasure.
Good seeing you again.
Same here, same here. And I think you guys definitely take some notes, apply this in your marriages, and it'll definitely help you guys out, okay? Have a good day. Bye, guys.